Hello, this is Ramblings of an Indisciplined Mind podcast for Thursday, September 22nd, 2016. So I was looking at past blog posts and I got the question came into my brain, when did I start this? When did I put the first Ramblings podcast episode out? And it turns out it was September 11th, 2014. So it's been 2 years, a little bit more than that, but it's been 2 years. And I thought I'd kind of talk about that today because today is the 600th episode of the Ramblings of an Indisciplined Mind podcast. And that's a lot of episodes. Yeah, it's not quite 2 years worth of stuff, but I'm not doing these every day. I do them quasi-daily. I take breaks for vacations and whatnot. So yeah, it's been a fun time. You know, I started off. If you're a newer subscriber, you can listen to the older ones. They're out there. Good luck. Some of the very first ones, I forget what I was using. It might have been my little MP3 player I had at the time, and sound quality was horrible. So it took me a little while to kind of dial in. Because of course, I, in case you don't know, I have no patience. So I couldn't wait until I had something that sounded good, halfway decent in the car to get started. I had the idea, I must start now. And that's what I did, you know. So the first few episodes were rather rough. As far as sound quality goes. So, and probably as far as content goes for that matter. But it used to be I would just kind of talk about whatever struck my fancy. If I saw something online or whatever, I've kind of changed now to the format, and I kind of like it, where I've got a theme for every day. So Monday is talking about what I'm doing on the whole Penslinger writing thing, and Tuesdays is something in the news, or you know, spawned by some other content that I'm listening to perhaps. And Wednesday is video games. Either I'm talking about what I'm playing, or I'm talking about a walkthrough that I've seen, or something video game selected. I'm doing some Android games lately. That's been kind of fun, actually. I've enjoyed that because it's given me an excuse to, because I don't collect a lot of games, and I don't switch from game to game a lot, but it's given me an excuse to say, all right, so what new games are out there that might be fun to play? You know, specifically for talking about it. Here in this podcast, but at the same time, you know, like Infinity Loop, I'm still playing that thing, and that was for 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, that's been kind of fun because that wasn't something I thought of doing. Thursdays are typically something to do with my life. That's kind of open-ended, whatever I feel like doing it. It's kind of funny. I found that to be the hardest one to come up with content for. It's like, because when I put on I'll just talk about whatever's going on. It'll be easy, it'll be simple. But I'm kind of covering the Penslinger stuff on Mondays, and it's like, oh geez, what did I do this week? I don't know. I went to work, I ate, I slept, I came home. Some weeks it's just like I don't really have a life. So yeah. So you know, sometimes that's been the hardest one. And then Fridays is. And then they come screeching to a halt. What was Fridays? What is Fridays? Oh, reviews of some kind. And that's been fun. I've actually been doing sporadic reviews of things. You know, typically I might talk about a movie. I might talk about a book I've read. Just whatever kind of content I feel like reviewing. Doing that on, I've done podcasts before. I listened to I've done several podcasts. And that's been kind of fun because I've actually gone in search of, let me find a good science podcast, or let me find a good this podcast or that podcast. And I've gotten into some interesting content that way. I'm still listening to Radiolab and Books versus Movies and some of the other ones that I kind of came across just, in looking for content for the show here. So, and then Saturday is feedback, and that's been fun because it's been giving me a little bit more regular feedback, and it's in smaller bites. So, that's the format I've been doing, and I've been liking it. Have you been liking it if you've been listening? Let me know. I haven't gotten any feedback either way on that, but if you're liking it, if there's like another topic you think would be good to add to the mix, I can always do a rotation or something, or if I can't think of something for my life, I can stick it in there. There's always options. So yeah, at one point when I was getting done with college back in June, I was like, I don't know if I really want to continue this or not. And I did get some feedback from people that are like, gee, I wish you could continue it. And I think I'm going to. I enjoy doing this. It's fun. It gives me something to do in the car besides just listening to content. It is a way for me to share what's going on in my life with people. And hopefully as I start putting out novels again and my fan base grows, more people will want to listen to this, maybe just kind of like how I like to listen to Nathan Lowell and see what's going on in his life because he's an author I like. So I'm going to continue this. That's my plan. This is going to be a podcast that I'll be continuing. Whatever other podcasts I'm going to do, I am going to do some stuff with the Time Out podcast going forward. Some excerpts from novels and things of that nature. So that is coming, but I will be continuing this one as well. But there are changes a coming. And so I am going to go ahead and I've been talking about getting a new website together. That's going to change some things as far as how this content is accessed, in part because I'm switching from Blogger to WordPress. And then in part because I'm actually changing up a little bit how I'm going to be doing things. And it's that second part that I'm going to talk about today, because I'm taking one step toward where my desired end state is. And that is starting October 1st. So that's about a week and a half from now. Where I post this podcast is going to be changing slightly. So right now I post this podcast on the blog at penslinger.com, and I post this podcast on the Ramblings of an Indisciplined Ramblings of an Indisciplined Mind blog I have on Blogger, which is undisciplinedmind.blogger.com. Now that blog there, the Undisciplined Mind blog, started actually way before Penslinger, but that started as just some place if I wanted to do a rant, if I wanted to do something silly. I've got songs that I've written in where I've recorded them there and things of that nature. That's how that started. And then Penslinger started as my podcasting and writing site. And so what I'm going to be doing is, because I want to keep all my podcasts together, and I do see this podcast, to get kind of markety here for a second, as an extension of my brand at Penslinger. And so what I'm going to be doing is, so right now I'm posting them to both places, but I'm going to split those blogs. And so what's going to happen is this podcast is going to stay on penslinger.com. That's where the links for it are going to be. That's where I'm going to post the episodes. And then starting October 1st, I will no longer post the episodes on the undisciplinedmind.blogspot.com blog. Now, what does that mean to you? Well, it could mean something to you. So first of all, if you are going to that website, undisciplinedmind.blogger.com or .blogspot.com, I think they both work. To get this podcast, to listen to it on the web, you'll have to go to penslinger.com. That's thing one. Thing two, if you are getting an email, because I know I've got several people that receive an email, because I have an email sign-up site there, are getting email with the podcast content, you may have to change that subscription. So if you're getting an email that is entitled Ramblings of an Indisciplined Mind, that's who it's from, you need to change. If it says from penslinger.com, you're cool. You got nothing to do. So if you are on the Ramblings one, you need to go to penslinger.com, and there on the sidebar on the right, you will see email subscription, or subscribe by email, I think is what it says. And you got a spot to put your email address and click subscribe. And you'll get a confirmation email come back to you, and there might be like a little captcha thing that comes up. So you want to get over there and do that. You can leave your subscription going with the Undisciplined Mind, with the Ramblings of the Undisciplined Mind, because I'm going to be putting content on there that's different from this. Like I put a Minecraft post, I mentioned that yesterday. Up there, I'm going to have more Minecraft posts. I might do some more crazy karaoke's. I'm going to come up with things to be putting there That's kind of my personal fun site, and then Penslinger is going to be the professional / podcasting site. The other thing I want to mention is Blogger has the ability to follow people. So if you've got a Blogger account and I've got a Blogger account, I can follow you within Blogger and vice versa. There are a couple people that are following me that way. If you're following me that way, yeah, you could go over and follow the Penslinger blog. I wouldn't recommend it. And here's why. Because when I do get the website done and the WordPress website done and get that published, that follow isn't going to get you anywhere, because I'm not going to be posting to the Blogger version there of the Penslinger blog. It'll be on WordPress, and that functionality does not work with WordPress. So if you are one of the people that use the Blogger follow, I would recommend either do the email subscription or do RSS links. If you go to the podcasts page on Penslinger right now, there is at the very bottom, you got all the RSS links there. You got the RSS links to the meta feed, which will give you everything. And then at the very bottom, there's one to the blog itself, if you just want one for the blog. So, if you're doing the follow thing, I would recommend, get on Penslinger.com, either subscribe via RSS feeds if you're comfortable doing that. If you're sitting there going, what are RSS feeds? A week or two back, I did an RSS for Dummies, or primer. I didn't call it for Dummies because I didn't want to get any copyright nonsense. But I did a primer on RSS. It's really not as hard as it seems. Maybe try it out. But you could always do the email, subscribe by email. So yeah, October 1st, that is a change that's going into place as of October 1st, which I think is a Saturday. I won't be posting these there on the undisciplinedmind.blogspot.com, only on Penslinger. So you'll want to sort out if you're subscribed to anything with ramblings and you want to see this content, you'll have to also get subscribed over to Penslinger. I will be putting up some blog posts on the rambling site to also get it that way. So if you're getting that content, you'll see these blog posts that are going to come out. I'll probably put one out. Actually, I might try to get one out this week. I probably should get one out this week, and then probably a reminder next week about that. But I wanted to announce it here first, that's what's going on. That's step one, and then step two is going to be getting the new website up. And that, I think, is going to be kind of tied to getting the new covers for the Borrowed Time book. So there might be a bit of a gap there, but we will see. But this is step one. But 600 episodes. It's been great to produce all this content. If you're enjoying it, I'm glad. That's really why I'm doing it. I knew there are some people that enjoy it, and I'm very appreciative of that. I don't talk about a whole lot, but you can listen on the website. You can do RSS. I am recording a video, so you can watch me on video record these things. If you don't want to look at my face, I understand. But it is an option for you if you're more visually inclined. But that's really all I had to talk about today. I will be back on the road tomorrow. I'll be talking to you then. So, be seeing you.